Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to 9 p.m. English News Edition. The headlines: 42 anniversary celebration of national independence in the region. International news: for pricing issues under negotiation. That was the headlines, and now welcome to the national news. The President of the Republic, Ismail Margele, yesterday on the occasion of the celebration of our National Independence Day, signed a degree limiting prison sentence for the benefit of several categories of the 10. This is a measure adopted in accordance with the nation of presidential burden provided by our Constitution, the highest legal standard in our country. The president's sentence granted today by the head of state are immediately prohibited to prisoner convicted of act of terrorism or supervision for treason and espionage for international homicide, rape and sexual assault on vulnerable people on the particularly voluntary assault on the extending and for confiscated currency. As for the beneficiary of this measure, they consist of 4 categories of prisoner. The first of this category is composed of a prisoner serving a prison sentence of 6 months or less. With regard to this first category of prisoner, the decree signed by the President of the Republic provides for the end of their imprisonment. The second category of the 10 benefit from this presidential measure for the reduction of prison sentence concerning prison serving sentence of more than 6 months. Regarding this second category of the 10, according to the longevity of the custodial sentence to which they are subject, they will benefit from imprisonment reduction ranging from 3 months to 5 months. The third category of the 10 pardon on this 42th anniversary of our national independence concerning people in prison for multiple conviction. Regarding this category, it's expected that the sentencing of sentence cannot exceed a ceiling of 5 months. The fourth and last category of the 10 benefit from this measure of reduction of prison sentence concerning prison convicted of crime and offense. With regard to the latter category, this decree signed by the head of state provided that the reduction of sentence may not exceed 1/3 of the sentence based on person convicted of a crime and half of those sentenced for crime offensive. A cultural evening rich in color held in Obo as usually the commemoration of national independence took place on the evening of June 26 on the place of independence as some public place better known under the name where are usually held the official festivity. The festivity that took place under the auspices of the Prefect of the Obo region, Mr. Hassan Dabale, were marked by the participation of many personalities, including the President of the Regional Council, the Minister of Budget, Mr. Abdikarim Aden Sheikh Ali, regional elected officials, as well as numerous civilian and military officials. The inhabitants for Hayayu were also numerous of the came to commemorate with joy this animated Salem Festival. On the program of this colorful evening, a variety show composed of musical entertainment as well as folk dance and songs set to the glory of the national independence, interpreted in different local languages reflecting the cultural diversity of the Obo region. At midnight, it was under a sky adorned with a multicolored light that the national art team was signed on by the interim who raised in patriotic and peace to salute the raising of the national flag.
Applaudissez très fort. Niveau national. Applaudissez très fort. Voilà. Et puis,
The original prayer of which all the Egyptian people the peace and prosperity, especially the President of the Republic, His Excellency Muhammad Ghali, and the First Lady Khadra Mohammed Haide. The Minister of Beach also expressed his excitation of the commemoration of national independence. He said that he's very happy to take part with the inhabitants of Yayo, especially for this beautiful evening. So he greeted the President of the Republic and the First Lady and wished for them full of goodness. The parade on June 27 in all its diversity, the celebration of the 42nd anniversary of national independence continued the next morning with the traditional parade of army bodies. The ceremony, which took place in front of the esplanade of Owoke Prefecture, started with a salute of the national flag. The festivity that took place under the auspices of the Owoke Prefect of the region, Mr. Hassan Debali, were marked by the participation of many personalities, among which the President of the Regional Council of the Minister and the Minister of Beach, Mr. Abdikarim Aden Sheikh Ali, regional elected official, as well as many civilian and military officials. Then the Prefect of the region, Mr. Hassan Dabali, the Minister of Beach, Abdikarim Aden Sheikh, disposed a weight a flower at the monument of the martyrs.
ولا تحسبن الذين قتلوا في سبيل الله أمواتا.
Like their compatriots in the capital and other regions of the country, the RTD region celebrated the 42nd anniversary of the accession of our country, as which a grand ceremony took place in the Killer Independence Square in front of the prefecture. The presence of the all activity actor of the region and the many official guests, including the Minister of the Advancement and the Minister of Women, Mrs. Mumina Hamad Hassan, parliamentarian and elected representative, and all the head of the decentralized service of the state. The festivity that took place under the auspices of the Prefect of the region, Abdullah Darar, were marked by the participation of many personalities, including local elected officials, customer chief, Anglais, Goma participate from the city's hospital, many active women and civil society. The atmosphere and the enthusiasm arised by the patriotic song electrified the audience at the Independence Day. The Prefect of Arta, Mr. Abdullah Darar, took the floor to wish a happy feast to the President, His Excellency Muhammad Gili, and the First Lady Qadar Mohammed Haida, and to the entire government and the people of Djibouti as whole. The Minister for the Advancement of Women, Mrs. Moumina Ahmed Hassan, delivered a speech at this ceremony marking the 42nd anniversary of our National Day. She said, I'm very happy tonight to share with you this very important and beautiful night. Thereafter, I ask our God to guard us the peace and the prosperity, and she thanks all of the Djiboutian people. The party brought together all the inhabitants of this region of Arta and was followed in the presence of the authorities of the region, including the Prefect Abdullah Darar, of the president of the regional council, Mr. Ilmi Bou, and Goudi Addi, and the Minister of the Advancement of Women, Mrs. Moumina Ahmed Hassan. The Minister and regional official first greeted the flag that was raised under the national team before reviewing Arta regime troops under the Colonel Major Mohammed Ali Absiye and the detachment of the national police.
Madarati baqi uruntu ay bislati Madarati baqi uruntu ay bislati Indi basasiyo qalbigi bukan qabay Indi basasiyo qalbigi bukan qabay Alangena baygal yabayana warami farhad la balana
Madarati barki ya budurki ka tosne beshwe
Madarati bahiyo balalaga hijabte olaha barisiga barqadera mala Madarati bahiyo balalaga hijabte olaha barisiga barqadera mala
Madarati barki ya boliune dadkay kala beheye lagu baqayna wale farxad la isku boqda Madarati barki ya boliune dadkay kala beheye lagu baqayna wale farxad la isku boqda
Madarati baladiyo wasambas romanti bugedi ramne
دولة كوحدة نقني أدوية نبارتا
Buddha nokone aduyadu nabarata
The region of Tajura Amman by the disappearance of Sultan Abdul Qadir Hamad remains on the sadness of musical and cultural festivity to celebrate this year. Otherwise, the festivity of 42th anniversary of the independence of our country. However, the 42th Independence Day commemoration evening is marked by a Maulud and Quranic reading, but also animated by a question of general culture for the general public. This Independence Day evening ended with our ceremony for many distinguished personalities from the teaching profession, the medical profession, and civil society.
إليه من ربه والمؤمنون.
The Prophet of Tajura, Mr. Abdul Malik Mohammed, took the floor to wish a happy feast to the President of the Republic, Salman Regeli, and the First Lady, Khadr Mahmoud Haid, and to the entire government and the people of Jewish soul. The Minister of Labour, Mr. Isman Ibrahim Roble, expressed his satisfaction of the commemoration of national independence. He said that he is very happy to take part with the independence of AU, especially for this beautiful event. So he greeted the President of the Republic and the First Lady and wished for them full of goodness. The prayer brought together all the inhabitants of this region of Tajura was flowing in the presence of authority of the region, whose Prefect Abdullahi Darar of the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Ilmi Gudeda, and the Minister of the Promotion of Women, Mr. Muna Hassan, the Minister of Regional Official, the first greeted the flag that was raised under the regional team before reviewing art regime through Tajura and the colonial detachment of national policy. Like their compatriots in the capital and other parts of the country, the Dikil region celebrated with the POM and the 42th anniversary of the accession of our country to the national sovereignty that occurred 42 years ago on June 27, 1977. As usual, a peak ceremony took place in the Dikil Independence Square in front of the prefecture in the presence of all the activity actors of the region and many official guests, including the Minister of Education, Mr. Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud of Belmatene, and the elected official and all the head of the decentralized service of the state. The festivity that took place under the auspice of the Prefect of the region of Dikil, Mohammed Sheiko, were marked by the participation of many personalities, including the local elected official, customer, chief, ulama, and experts from the city hospital, many active women in civil society. The atmosphere and enthusiasm generated by the patriotic sound electrified the audience at the Independence Day party of the capital of Dikil Unite, where all the community live in harmony. The Prefect of Dikil, Mr. Mohammed Sheikwa, and the Prefect of the region took time speaking, to which a happy feast to all the occurs, and to the President Salman Regeli and the First Lady Ms. Khadra Mahmoud Haide, and to the entire government and all of Jewish people. On the occasion of the 42th anniversary, the member government were present in each region. That for the Minister of Education, Mustafa Mohammed Mahmoud represent the region of Dikil, and see which all the Jewish people, the President of the Republic, and the First Lady Khadr Mahmoud Haiti. The armed forces stationed in the Georgian for the military parade. This ceremony was attended by the authorities of the region, including the Prefect Mohammed Sheiko of the President of the Council Abdurrahman Yunis and the Minister of Education Mustafa Mahmoud, the Minister and regional official first saluted the flag that was raised under the sound of the national anthem before reviewing the college on the regime troop under Colonel Idris Umar and the National Police Detachment. Then the troops began their parade, followed by the troop of the National Police Detachment. After the unfetterment, it was the motorized troop who marched under the guise of the official and the public mace along the sidewalks.
شتني مجهومبا ما بلا يريبا سنكونا مباقي ما سيدت سدله بريا صبغ له بيفا
ودراتي باقي ورمت أي بسناتي ودراتي باقي ورمت أي بسناتي إني بساسي قلبي بكان قلبي إني بساسي قلبي بكان قلبي على بيقل يبين الورمي بكان قلبي على بيقل يبين.
The region of Al-Sali celebrated also 42th birthday of national independence in atmosphere of popular euphoria. They were carried as usually in the place of national independence of the city of Aska in front of the premise of the prefecture atmosphere. The festivity that took place under the auspice of the prefect of Al-Sabi region, Mr. Mohammed Wabiri Asowi, were marked by the participation of many personalities, among whom the presence of the Secretary of State in charge of decentralization, Mohammed Aramis, the Vice President of the National Assembly, Ilmi Absi Wais, the President of the Regional Council, Umar Ahmed Wais, the Parliamentarian of the region of Al-Sabi, the head of the Corps, Al-Sabi's Army Colonel Abdul Wasi bin Muhammad, the head of the regional security boards and local elected officials, customer chief, ulama from the city hospital, numerous working women and civil society were present. That evening, the atmosphere and enthusiasm arose by the patriotic song provided by the Jewish star of song Awali Eden Daheye and singer Asachog Ikran Hussein Mahaleb and Rada Dahir from traditional dance of local folk tribes had trailed the audience on the spot a certain moment. At midnight, the solemnly created the flag ceremony with freedom on the evening of June 27, 1977.
cuskado casrigiyo cusaybkana yaqaan ayay cali sabiixaan ku tahay ee curiyey calankeena wacan calankana saro qaadi jiray dadka iyo haliyey aan cabso ayay cali sabiix eedacaan ku tahay.
The Minister of Decentralization first thanked the inhabitants of Ali Sabi for their welcome. Second, he felt very happy for this great day of our independence. So the Minister sent his happiness to the President of the Republic and the First Lady Khadra Mohammed Haide and the Egyptian people. He wished peace and prosperity to them. The celebration of the 42nd anniversary of national independence continued the next morning with the celebration of the 42nd anniversary of national independence continued the next morning with the traditional parade of armed forces. The ceremony that took place in front of the esplanade of Ali Sabi Prefecture started with a salute of the national flag. The commemoration ceremony began with a campfire and the review of the troop by the Chief Colonel of the Corps, the Army P.S. Abdul Wasi bin Muhammad. The festival that took place under the auspice of the Prefecture of the Ali Sabi region, Mr. Mohammed Wapiri Asoui, were marked by the participation of many personalities. The Secretary of State Charge of the Centralization, Hamadu Mohammed Aramisi, the Vice President of the National Assembly, Ilmi Absiya Waisi, the President of the Regional Council, Umar Ahmed Waisi, the Parliament of the Region of Ali Sabi, the Head of the Corps of Army of Ali Sabi, Colonel Abdul Wasi bin Muhammad, the Head of Regional Security Police, and local elected officials, customer chief, ulama, many active women, and civil society. Then the State Secretary in charge of the Centralization, Hamadu Mohammed Ramisi, laid a wreath of flower at the monument of Matrice.
ayo calankaygiyo sidii qorraxdiyo iftiinka aroor hore ogtawaaga idayow aragsamo ayo calankaygiyo Abba iyo hooyo abeeyo ururiyo aro calankaygiyo aya
And now moving on to the international news, the annual group of 20 summit meeting, which bring together President Trump and other world leaders, is intended to foster global economic cooperation. This year's meeting take place in Osaka, Japan, on Friday and Saturday, and the official agenda includes trade, artificial intelligence, women's empowerment, and climate change. If the members can reach consensus on those subjects and others, so they will produce an official joint declaration at the end. That's it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a good night.